Brian Brushwood. Before we get started here, I have something very special to share with you guys. I don't always show this, but because it's a special occasion, by the way, congratulations. Before we get the show started, though, I'm going to share with you guys some very rare footage of what some people claim was the best performance I ever gave. Check this out, and then we'll start the show. Here we go.
Yeah, the Great Magician Show with Brian as the Magician. I can make a rabbit appear on this. Ready? Wow.
Hey! My goodness.
Is this card?
No.
No. Something went wrong. Everything's going wrong.
Okay. There you go, Mr. Magician.
Despite his rocky beginnings with the art, Brian Brushwood did rekindle his interest in magic once at college. Brian has toured both solo and with major concert series, and has appeared on dozens of TV and radio programs around the world. He's been awarded Best Club Magic, Best Comedy Magic, Best Stage Magic, and Brian was nationally awarded Variety Entertainer of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the bizarre magic of Brian Brushwood.
Decision right here at the beginning. We could go one of two ways. We can either go with traditional magic or we can start with some really freaky stuff. What's it gonna be? Alright, don't say I didn't warn you guys. With that in mind, you see before you 9 4.5 inch 30 penny nails. Let me get you, buddy. Reach forward, choose any one of those bad boys. Go ahead and pull it out, wiggle it out, hold it high. Yeah, just throw them everywhere. Go nuts. There you go. Hold it high above your head where everyone can see it using both hands. Try to bend that nail. Tell me, does that nail bend at all? No, of course not. Push it into your palm. I mean, not through your palm, but into it. Verify it doesn't collapse at all. All right, I want you to watch closely. No switcheroos, no fake nails, none of that tricky David Blaine BS. We're going to show you guys a feat that started in the circus almost 100 years ago. It was originally called the human blockhead. All right, now some people think that this is just an illusion and maybe I'm sliding the nail down the side of my face. I wish those people were right. Other people think it's some kind of trick nail. I give you my word of honor, I swear. It's not. That's right, a booger joke. Here we go. I'm going to do this. You guys go nuts. Here we go, the human blockhead. Now, at this point, I do need a volunteer from the audience. This can be anyone in the entire crowd, anyone at all. How about you? Let's give her a big round of applause as she comes up here on stage. Hey, my name is Brian. What's your name? Mesa. What's that? Mesa. Mesa, you have an extremely important job, Mesa, because I need you, Mesa, to reach forward with your pinching fingers and grab just the tip of that nail right there. Oh, just grab the tip, yeah. Yeah, no, we don't do this near the host. There you go.
Just touch it.
Yeah, just. All right, now be very. Yeah, just. Wait, you're just gonna hold on to the tip, and I'm gonna back away, nice and easy. So you just hold on. All right, here we go. Hold tight. Here we go, Mesa. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice and easy. Go, Mesa. Go. Keep going. Keep going. There you go. Go, Mesa. Go, Mesa. Go, Mesa. Go, Mesa. Go. And that is a souvenir for you, Mesa. Let's hear for Mesa, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot imagine why you wouldn't want to keep that. All right. So here's the thing. People ask, ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to do weird, bizarre, freaky magic. Oh, she's keeping it, weirdo. But I never had money when I was a kid, so I had to buy stuff at garage sales, which meant a lot of secondhand busted junk. One day, though, I found the best trick ever at a garage sale. It was old, it was busted up, and in fact, the instructions were so old that they actually came in film strip format. Now, you guys have never even seen film strips before, but apparently back in the 1950s, they had strips of film that you would advance by hand while it synchronized up with a record player. It would beep when it was time to go to the next frame. So I'm going to recreate for you guys what it looked like when I was a kid trying to learn my first bizarre magic trick while I was doing it. All right, here we go.
Magic. What is magic? Magic is an ancient and mysterious art. Magic is also a fun, hilarious, and wacky way for you to entertain your parents, the postman. Yes, even astronauts are amazed by magic. But how can you use magic to entertain all these people? The Indian Skewer Through Tongue Trick. Yes, everything you need to perform this incredible illusion is included in the box. Start by selecting a volunteer from the audience and politely asking
Let me get a
her
girl
to
to help
join
me
you
out. Is there a
on
girl that wants
stage.
to help me? You're right here. What's your name? Shelby, let's have a Shelby as she comes up here on stage. Shelby, let me get you to stand there, face towards your audience. We're going to learn how to do a trick. You ready? Yeah. Perfect. All right, here we go.
Prove to her that yours is a normal tongue by having her carefully inspected. Make sure there are no piercings. When your volunteer is confident that yours is a normal, unaltered tongue, you can move on to the next step.
Look good? Perfect.
Now reach into the box and pull out the long skewer. Just as she inspected your tongue, have your volunteer carefully examine your skewer. Make sure it is completely unaltered and ungimmicked.
Look good?
When your volunteer is satisfied that there's nothing tricky about the skewer, you're ready to begin. To perform the incredible skewer through tongue trick, simply grab your tongue with your left hand, hold the skewer in your right, and stab the skewer directly through your tongue. That's right, stab the skewer directly through your tongue. At this point, your audience should be very amazed and offer you an enthusiastic ooh. But what the audience didn't see is that you never really stabbed the skewer through your tongue at all. You really switched the original skewer for the gimmicked one in the box. Aren't you clever? If by mistake you forgot to perform the switch and instead stabbed yourself with the original skewer, don't panic. Simply reach into the box and pull out the pair of emergency shears designed for just such an occasion. Take those emergency shears, hold them up to the problem area, and simply cut it off. That's right, cut it off. Now let your audience know that you're A-OK by smiling big and bowing to thunderous applause. Now you couldn't have performed this illusion by yourself, so thank your volunteer by giving her the skewer. It will serve as the perfect reminder of how much fun you've had today.
Wait, I gotta get it up. I got. There we go. Oh, please, that's just real blood. By the way, real quick, I know that security doesn't want me giving away giant sharp skewers, so I'm going to give you a choice, Shelby. You can either keep that lovely bloody chunk of tongue, or you can trade it for a copy of my book, Cheats, Cons, Swindles, and Tricks, 57 Ways to Scam Your Friends. She's going to take the book. Let's give her a big round of applause. She did a good job. By the way, one of the parents was very concerned. Just to be totally clear, if you go home and you cut off your tongue, it really does grow back magically. It's awesome. Try it. Lawsuit. All right, so we're gonna change gears here. We're gonna try something totally different. We're gonna try an experiment in ESP, second sight, psychic phenomenon. Now, being an experiment, I can honestly say that I don't know how this is gonna turn out. What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna come out among you guys, I'm gonna feel around for two individuals who strike me as being exceptionally psychic. So I'm feeling for psychic vibrations. Nothing. Sorry, guys. Here, let me get you guys to part the sea right here. We'll do a little aisle here. I'm feeling some strong emanations, like a forced bubble of energy coming from right about, yes, you, sir. What is your name? Jose. Let's hear it for Jose as he gets up there on stage. Let me find a friend for Jose, somewhere right about, I think, yes, you, buddy. What is your name? Scott. Let's hear it for Scott and Jose. Come on up here, guys. All right, let me get, Jose, let me get you on this side. Scott will get you on this side. Since we're doing an ESP experiment, I want to know before we begin, would you consider yourself a believer or a non-believer in ESP, second sight, psychic phenomenon? Jose.
Yes, believe.
Jose who says yes to an either-or question. It's like, what do you got? Yeah, I believe it. All right, and Scott.
No.
And obviously very convicted of that belief. So in other words, for my ESP experiment, I managed to get at least one person who doesn't believe in ESP. This will be very interesting. Here's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to establish a psychic connection between you two, which means we need to establish a psychic thought sender and a psychic thought receiver. If you don't mind, Jose, you're going to be the psychic thought sender, and Scott, you're going to be the psychic thought receiver. Sound good so far? To make sure there's no way for you to cheat and use your traditional five senses, Scott, I want you to plant your feet right there, face towards your audience. And before we go any farther, Scott, I need to know, are you claustrophobic at all? No. Good, because I'm about to put you inside this really big blindfold. Some people get a little freaked out when I do that. Face towards your audience, Scott. You're a big one, aren't you? All right, that's now, nice and loud, Scott. Nice and loud, Scott, so everyone in the room can hear. Can you see anything? No. That's very loud there, Scott. Good job. Now, the problem, Scott, with me being a magician is that some of these skeptics out there in the audience might think that that's some kind of tricky blindfold that you're able to see right through. So to satisfy those skeptics and keep everything as scientific as we could possibly make it, we're going to cut you off from the outside world, Scott, and place you into what scientists call an isolation booth, all right? Now, don't worry, nothing hurts. We're just going to cut you off there. All right. Now, Scott, while you're in the isolation booth, it's very important that you do not say anything, but you can nod your head yes or no. You understand? Excellent. If everything goes according to plan, in just a moment, you should receive some kind of psychic image. Until then, don't worry about what I'm saying to Jose. You just wait to receive your psychic image. Now, Jose, in just a moment, you're going to project a psychic picture across this stage through that isolation booth and into Scott's mind. If you were to go with whatever image popped into your mind first up here on stage, you would have what scientists call a psychological predisposition to choose common objects like a house, a stick figure, a smiley face, those kinds of things, to help you come up with a unique image that nobody could have predicted. I've written upon these cards some general themes that you're going to use as inspiration when selecting your psychic image. Make sense? So I want you to reach forward with your right hand, extend one finger, please, touch the back of any one card. All right, I'll put that one on top. Now keep in mind, Jose, any one of these folks in the audience could be a spy working for Scott. So make sure you're the only one who reads the card. Don't let me see it. Don't let the audience see it. Once you've read it, put it right back where you found it. When you read that card, did a picture pop into your mind? Whatever that image is, I want you to draw a simple version of it using this magic marker on this piece of poster board. We'll turn it around so the audience can't see. I want you to draw nice and big, take up the entire page, and project that image into Scott's mind. Scott, have you received a psychic image? Yes. Remember the talking rule, Scott. No, it's the no talking rule. You're not allowed to talk. Have you received a psychic image? Excellent. All right, this will be interesting. All right, Scott, let me get you to take one big step backwards if you don't mind. I'm going to put this poster board here in front of you. I want to find the edges with both your hands. You're gonna put the marker in your left hand. Take the cap off of that marker, and I want you to draw nice and big whatever image came to you, no matter how strange it may have seemed. Go ahead and start now. Are you finished over here, Jose? Let me get you to step up to that microphone. I'll grab the marker. Whatever you do, buddy, don't stop projecting that psychic image that Scott is drawing right now. How's it going, Michelangelo? It's obviously a very detailed psychic image. Hey, you only gave me an hour, dude. Just whenever you're finished, hold up the marker so we know you're finished. And oh, how cute, he's trying to recap. That's... Sorry about your fingers. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see what what psychic image popped in to Scott's mind. All right, now it's abstract. Now, Jose, obviously, Scott, he's got a blindfold on, he has a box over his head, he's got questionable artistic talents. But if this were a real ESP experiment, would you say he got it right or he got it wrong?
Very close. Yeah.
You say he got it right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Let me get you to stand all the way over here right next to Scott, if you would. Jose, nice and loud, why don't you tell the audience what you were sending a picture of?
Christmas tree.
I would call that a match, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a huge round of applause for Scott and Jose. You did a fantastic job, both you guys. By the way, Scott, you did so well, buddy. This is your very own isolation booth for you to take home with you. One more time for the two psychics, guys. They did good work. So, I mean, I do this experiment maybe 100 times in any given year. Sometimes the images are close, other times not so much. But tonight, I'd have to say, dang. So here's the thing. I don't know if what we're about to discuss, if this happens, by the way, yeah, for those of you wondering, I am sitting on a trash can. That's what's happening right now. I don't know if this happens because I'm a magician or because I do the ESP experiment, but my friends ask me all the time whether or not I believe in ESP. And while the short answer, you know what ESP is, you know, psychic predictions, that kind of thing. And while the short answer is no, every time they ask me, I smile because I think back to when I was a kid. And I wanted so bad to believe not only that psychic powers were real, but that I had them. So I would make these tests up to see if I had ESP, sitting at the kitchen table trying to guess what the next card was in a deck of cards. And in the middle of doing all these weird tests I would make up, I had an experience. And while the experience didn't convince me that ESP was real, it did convince me that sometimes you just get lucky. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. We'll need to turn this up a bit. Here you go.
Very nervous.
needless to say, I've since honed my skills of ESP and have since become the world's foremost mind reader. Try to contain your excitement. Now, I wouldn't ask you to accept that just on faith, so instead I've arranged a demonstration of my awesome super colossal powers, and for this I need somebody who does a whole lot of reading. Who out there reads a whole bunch of books? You do, in the green shirt, you do a lot of reading? What do you like to read? Books. That is a... if it's that... yeah. Screw you, magazines! Books! No, do you have a favorite genre? History books, nerd. No, that's... What's funny is he was fed that line, and he's chewing him out. He's like, why'd you tell me to say history? All right, I might want to use you for this experiment, but first I got to make sure we're on the same psychic wavelength here. So if you would, stand up right where you don't have to go anywhere. Nice and loud so everyone can hear. What is your name? Will. That is correct. Will, there are over 500,000 words in the English language. If you were to think of any word, and I predicted that exact word, we'd have something just short of a miracle on our hands, wouldn't we, Will? I want you to think of any word in the English language. You got one? Excellent. Before the show even started, Will, I wrote on the back of this card a psychic prediction. Will, just to clear things up, do you happen to know what I've written on the back of this card? Ladies and gentlemen, no, correctly predicted. All right, I don't want to jip you. I really do want to do an ESP experiment. Would you mind joining me up here on stage? Let's hear it for Will as he makes his way up here on stage. There we go. Hey, quick question for you guys. Who here wants to win free stuff? Right here on that trash can, if you would, Will. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to be giving away books, T-shirts, and DVDs at the end of the show. There we go. We'll start one for you guys. Just go ahead and we got a little email sign-up sheet. Just put down your name and your email. We'll give those away right at the end. Make sure everyone gets a chance, because otherwise people get mad at me. All right, Will, do me a favor. Have a seat on that fantastic trash can there for you. Here's the thing. If I ask you to just think of any word off the top of your head, there's actually only about 100 words you're most likely to come up with, right? So something a little more fair would be if we grab 3 books that everybody's heard of, if not actually read, and pick from one of those. So first off, I figure some people are into scary books, so I got a copy of Stephen King's The Shining. Will, have you read it?
I have.
You have. That's 1 for 1. Not bad. Second of all, some people like mysteries, so I grabbed a copy of The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. Have you read it?
Yep.
2 for 2. And lastly, some people like fantasy, so I grabbed my favorite Harry Potter book, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
Yep.
Yes, 3 for 3. That alone deserves a big round of applause. Very good job. All right, now which of these 3 books, because you've read all 3, which of these 3 books do you want to use for our little experiment? This is not The Price is Right. Da Vinci Code. Any particular reason you're going with that one?
Because the other 2 have really simple language.
Yeah, okay, good. So you're looking for something with interesting language. I like that. All right, now here's what we're going to do. I am going to give you the chance once and only once to change your mind. You want to change your mind and go with either of the other 2 books? Because it's the only chance you get. Because tonight when you go to bed, I want you to be like, that damn magician to give me another chance. This is your only chance.
No, this one's good.
All right, riffle through those pages. Stop on any page you want out of that entire book. Let me know once you found a page you like, but don't say which one it is. You got one?
Yep.
Excellent. Now I want you to let your eyes dance up and down that page till they land on a big, fat, interesting $3 word. Not a character name or a chapter heading. Those are too easy to figure out. I want an interesting word with a whole bunch of letters that'll be sticky in your mind. You got one?
Yep.
Remember that word, close the book. Now, Will, what we've done is the fairest way I could think of to pick a book. We grabbed 3 hundreds of thousands of words, 3 different books. You've read all 3. You picked a page you like, you picked a word. I'm going to try to figure out your word.
Okay.
And to help me out, I want you to start by focusing on the first letter of this word. And I want you to think of an animal that begins with the same letter as this word. You got one?
No.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
You got one? It's like a 4-legged animal. This is me being a 4-legged animal. This is not a dance I just invented. All right, focus on that animal. Project it over here. Good. Good. Got it? Got it? Awesome. All right, Will. What 4-legged animal were you thinking of?
Alligator.
An alligator? Correctly predicted. An alligator. It's not about the animal, it's about the word. Focus on the word. I'm gonna try to salvage something out of this routine. I don't know. Okay, I'm totally committed. No way to change my mind at this point. Once and for all, what word were you thinking of, Will?
Absent-mindedly.
Absent-mindedly, right? Yeah, that's the exact word that popped into my mind. Let's have a huge round of applause for Will. You did a great job. That is your very own alligator. All right. For this next bit, I need the two loudest, most outrageous guys in the entire room. Come on over here. Right over here. Let's hear from both our volunteers as they come up here on stage. Well, that means clap. You got to clap for the volunteers. There we go. No, that's all right. Have a seat right here. And you have a seat right over here. That's why we got a seat over here, buddy. Come on over here. Hey, I'm Brian. What's your name? I'm Dexter. What's that, Dexter? Okay. Derek. Sorry. There we go. Derek. And you are? Tim. Tim and Derek. All right, you got it, D. Do me a favor, buddy. Grab this in your right hand. You're probably going to need to turn this up a bit. What the heck? Dueling microphones. Here's what I want you to do. Derek, hold out your left hand, palm up, just like so. Well. As far as I know, I am the only performer in the entire United States doing what you're about to see in a public show.
Question.
But it's going to be something difficult for everyone to get a good view of.
Question.
Yes.
Are you gonna cut me with that loving knife that you had earlier?
Not if you're good. And stop asking questions.
All right, I will stop.
So here's what I need you to do. The problem is it's going to be hard for everyone to see. So we need you guys to be the judges and make sure everything I do is absolutely fair. So here's what I need you to do. I need you, Derek, to describe for the audience in as much detail as you possibly can what object is inside that little silver box.
Absolutely nothing.
Okay, we'll try again there, Derek. There.
Actually, there was something in the box that I did not see. It's very small, maybe less than an inch worth of a needle.
Right, okay, and the shape is obviously...
Needle shape.
Right,
I don't know how to describe that.
That works. We'll call it the needle for short. That works great.
The needle.
And forgive me, your name one more time?
Tim?
Tim, yeah, you may want to set that
awesome
mic down
too.
for a second.
Oh,
Tim,
okay.
your job is to keep this flashlight pointed at the nail at all times. That way, even the folks in the back can at least catch a glimmer at all times. There we go. It's right there. Yeah, that's... Were you pointing that at my crotch? Was it?
Giggity, giggity, goo.
All right.
No homo.
All right, here we go. Derek, pay
Yes,
attention.
sir.
Focus. We're up here.
Focus like Adderall. I got
Your
you.
job from this point forward, Derek, is to be the eyes for the folks in back who can't quite see by describing in detail, play by play, every single thing I do, starting right now.
He's looking at it. Okay.
Okay, that's good. That's a good start. All right, keep going.
He's holding it up into the air right now. He's currently holding it up into the air right now. He's holding it up into the air. He's about to do something very insane. I don't know if it's got. He's putting it inside of his eye. He put it inside of his eye. It's inside of his eye.
Okay.
OMG. Golly darn tootin', it's in it.
Okay, good. Keep going.
It's inside of his eye. He's rubbing it. It's rubbing it. Rub it up, dub. Scrub it up, dub. Rub. He's acting like a crackhead. Okay, he's keep going. All right. Okay. Ultra Crack, Dave Chappelle. You haven't seen that show? All right, so keep going. All right. What are you doing? Please tell me he's not. He's going to do it. Oh, it's coming. Wait, no, it's not. Wait, take that. It's not. Ah! Wow.
All right, now that was pretty good. But let's see if we can take that one step farther. You guys are doing a great job. In fact, in the interest of fairness, I'm going to let you trade jobs.
Okay,
there we go.
okay.
You keep that pointed at the nail, and you keep describing everything starting right now. Here we go.
Okay, he's licking it again.
Again with the licking. Good. Keep going.
Again with the licking. Okay, he's putting. And it's going back into the left eye now. Yep. Okay. It appears. Well, there it is.
It's all the way in?
It's all the way in.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Keep going. Here we go.
All right. Oh my. Oh, it doesn't look pretty. Oh my. Oh, and he's switching sides now. I don't know where he's going with this. Oh. It's coming out out the nose, ladies and gentlemen. Or out. He's out the. Oh.
There we go. Let's have a huge round of applause for both my volunteers. You guys did a fantastic job. By the way, for those of you who missed it on stage, we've got an instant replay for you on the big screen of exactly what they saw up close and personal. Wait for it. There we go. And that is why I'm such a hit at children's birthday parties. Let's have a big round of applause for both my volunteers. You guys did a great job. Okay, so as much as I love doing the weird, freaky stuff for you guys, you know, the bizarre, sticking nails in your eyes, that kind of thing, the problem with doing all that weird stuff is that it pretty much limits me for only working college-aged audiences, which, by the way, is you guys now. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love working for for graduates and colleges. You guys are the funnest, the smartest, the hippest crowds I ever get to work, and I thank you guys for that opportunity, which 2 people seem to care about. That's good. However, the thing is, people don't realize it's extremely difficult for magicians to make a good living without doing the occasional birthday party, and obviously nobody wants some weirdo sticking nails in his eyes at little Johnny's birthday party. So I made this new routine. I gotta warn you, this is not my usual style. I'm trying to branch into a new direction. So forgive me if this is a little bit weird, but I'm gonna try this new routine. With any luck, this new routine should make me rich in the lucrative world of children's entertainment. I have a special friend. He lives inside this house. His name is Mr. Happy Pants. Now, Mr. Happy Pants is awfully shy, but just maybe we could get him to come visit. First, we'll have to make him feel extra loved. So on the count of 3, I want all of you guys to say, "Hi, Mr. Happy Pants," and just maybe he'll come visit. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hi, Mr. Happy Pants. Greetings, children. You shall know the name of fear, and that name shall be Mr. Happy Pants. Well, hello. Oh, stupid button. That's. Well, hello, Mr. Happy Pants. I understand you're going to do some magic for the children. It is true. I shall summon forth my dark powers so that you shall know the true meaning of evil. Is somebody clapping for evil? Is that really what just happened? I see, you're all sick bastards. That's cool. Are you gonna do that all by yourself, Mr. Happy Pants? No, I require a victim. Mr. Happy Pants, we say volunteer in magic. I'm sure you mean volunteer. Bring your sacrifice now. All right, Mr. Happy Pants, he likes girls. Are there any girls who want to help Mr. Happy Pants? I got you in the black top over there. Yeah, let's give her a huge round of applause as she makes her way up here on stage. I got to admit, it always kind of freaks me out when girls actually want to meet Mr. Happy Pants. That didn't sound right. Let me get you to stand right over here. My name is Brian. What's your name? Elisa. That'll be your spot right there. There you go, Mr. Happy Pants. Elisa is all yours. Elisa. Look into the eyes of Mr. Happy Pants. You are powerless to resist the will of Mr. Happy Pants. Now, Elisa, reach forward and touch the manly chest of Mr. Happy Pants. Actually, just feel his chest right there. Make sure there's no tricky apparatus. That's not exactly his chest you're going for. That's... Well, I'm sure he appreciates it. Yeah, you're going to town. Now he's Mr. Very Happy Pants. You just want to make sure, is my hand inside the puppet? That's not a fake hand, is what you want to check, right? You feel the fingers wiggling, right? Everything checks out. It's all completely the way it should.
Silence. Now, Elisa, reach into the box and remove the object from within.
Excellent. Let me grab that there, Lisa. Now, Mr. Happy Pants needs you, Elisa, to reach forward and point to the center of his chest where you can definitely feel flesh. Yeah, with your finger. There we go. I'll mark that spot right there. I want you to feel above, below, and all the way around. Make sure you feel my hand all the way around. You check everything checks out. You feel the flesh in my palm. Check the back as well, just to make sure everything's no, you're poking me into the needle for some reason. That's cool. All right. Now, Mr. Happy Pants, it's time for your big children's magic debut.
Now, foolish children, you shall observe the incredible power of Mr. Happy Pants. Feel the chest of Happy Pants to feel flesh. Excellent. Now, Lisa, raise your hands above your head. All through the audience, raise your hands above your head. All the way up and bow to Mr. Happy Pants.
All right, that's enough. Let's have a huge round of applause for Elisa and Mr. Happy Pants. Hold on there, Elisa. Don't go away. You actually did so well. You get the very rare, very limited edition, very much sought after I Love Mr. Happy Pants t-shirt for joining us up here on stage. Let's hear for Elisa, everyone. She did a great job. By the way, people always ask whether or not I've got the I Love Mr. Happy Pants t-shirts after the show. Yes, we do have them available after the show. They're only $10. I don't make hardly any money on them that way, but I just think it's hilarious that people are wearing shirts that say I Love Mr. Happy Pants. Oh, but I've noticed that some of the dudes out there don't really dig on the hearts and flowers, and if you're one of those guys, I also have a more kick-ass Mr. Happy Pants is watching you design as well. And, oh, what the heck, we'll do this as well. We also, and by the way, these are the things we're giving away. Who's not had a chance to sign up on that email list? Hands up. Almost everyone signed up? Okay, let's get it over there, those email lists. We also have, real quick, 2 DVDs. One is the Bizarre Magic live show that you're watching right now, and then the other is a lecture called Scam Sasquatch and the Supernatural, which is all about how those fake TV psychics fool scientists into making them think they're talking to dead relatives. And lastly, we've got Cheats, Cons, Swindles, and Tricks, 57 Ways to Scam a Free Drink. So here's the thing. Scam Your Friends. That was a different book I was thinking of. But here's the deal. Separately, everything's $10 a piece. It would be like $40 if you got everything separately. But if you come up after the show and you're like, Brian, I want the whole shebang, like that, as a special congratulations to you guys, graduation gift, for $15, I'll do a t-shirt, 2 DVDs, and a book, and I'll be happy to sign all that stuff you give. That's my little gift to you guys. And speaking of selling out, I have decided that after 10 years, it is finally time for me to cash in, which, as you guys know, means merchandising. So what I've done, let's get ready on lights here, because I've hired a crack team of videographers who put together a pitch commercial for what I believe could be the #1 selling toy of Christmas 2009. I'm gonna test it on you guys. Tell me what you think. Here we go.
You had the traditional magician action figure.
All right, kids, there's a big surprise in this hat.
Then you got the weirdo magician on the street.
Hey, watch this, watch. Pick a card, sir.
Now you need Brian Brushwood. Brian Brushwood. The #1 bizarre magician is now your #1 action figure. Yeah! Recreate his greatest escapes. And with the stage show action pack, you get Fiery, the human blockhead with real hammer action. And with the Mr. Happy Pants attachment, you're in charge.
Awesome.
Only Brian gives you the real bizarre magic experience.
Sayonara, hack.
The complete Brian Brushwood experience comes with everything you see here.
Not responsible for damage caused by happy dance laser vision. Not for use by pregnant women or women who may become pregnant. This product has been found by the state of California to cause brain damage in laboratory rats.
From Arlox.
All right, I'm sorry to subject you guys to that. Let me ask you guys a question. Make some crazy, crazy noise if you have a cell phone with a camera built into it. Take them out, turn them on, hold them up. I want to see a sea of blue lights out here. This is the only show you're going to go to where they ask you to turn on your cell phone during the show. Hold them up. Let's get a count. How many got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there we go. Now we're looking at like some kind of Jonas Brothers concert. There we go. If you've got a cell phone with a camera on it, I want you to get as close as you can to Mr. MG, Mr. Captain Mike Galante right over here. Scoot on over. You want to get right in front of this screen for an interactive experiment you will remember for the rest of your freaking lives. We got lots of room over here to the left. Keep in mind, if once you're in front, you want to go ahead and squat down. Make sure everybody squats down. Let me get a little more volume on this as well, if you can swing me on that. There we go. All right, you guys want to make sure you can see the screen. There we go. Awesome, awesome. Everybody squat down. Now, before we go any farther, this is very important. What you guys, I got to be totally clear here. What you're about to participate in is one of the weirdest, freakiest, spookiest magic tricks I've ever had the privilege to take part in. But if you're somebody who can't handle ghost stories, or you don't like scary movies, now might be a good time to go take a potty break while the grown-ups do something awesome, all right? Let me ask you guys a question. How many of you guys have heard of something called EVP, electronic voice phenomenon? Hands in the air. Okay, a few of you guys, good. For those of you who haven't heard, something very weird is happening all over the United States, all over the world. Voices are showing up on televisions, or voices are showing up on tape recorders that are left in rooms where nobody's there. Faces are showing up on televisions that are tuned to nothing but static. And to show you guys what this looks and sounds like, I went to some EVP websites and I grabbed some examples of what are supposed to be actual ghosts caught on tape. Now in this first example, you're gonna hear there are 2 men in the room, 2 male researchers, but you hear a third voice, a female, ask a question. Listen closely, here we go.
Are you alone?
Clearly saying, are you alone, right? Let's get this turned up, it's kind of hard to hear.
That didn't work.
This next one takes place at a haunted hospital, and it's weird because you hear what sounds like a little girl. Again, clearly saying I'm sick, right? And it's not just voices, it's faces as well. In the middle of television static, you might see an image like this, what looks like a woman wearing a black hat like she's from the 19th century. This next one to me looks like a grinning demon face coming through the fog. Very creepy stuff. And the folks who snap these pictures, they swear they're not photoshopped in any way. They claim that they just snap pictures and these faces show up. This one to me looks like the face on Mars, if you know that image. And this last one, every time I look at it, all I can see is some white dude with an afro. Which brings me to this final image. This last image is a drawing of a man named John Chambers. A guy who was born in the late 1800s, died around 1964 up in New England, in Vermont to be exact. And the couple who lives in the house he built report all manner of strange events. They were lucky enough to capture one of these on videotape. This happened back in the 80s when people would use VCRs to record stuff while they were watching it. I'm going to play the tape of what they saw on their television, but put your cell phones down. I want you to watch just with your eyes the first time and tell me if you notice anything weird. I'll tell you when you need your cell phones. Now, just about everyone who sees that footage reports nothing unusual, but the couple who recorded it swear by a random coincidence they happened to snap a photo of their television during that static. And when they got back the developed photo, they said they could see John Chambers trying to contact them. So I want you to watch it again, this time through your cell phone camera. If you have a low light mode, put it in low light mode. Those of you in the back, try using your zoom. Now remember, this is an experiment, so maybe you'll see something, maybe you'll see nothing at all. If you do see something interesting, whatever it is, I want you to snap a picture of it, make some noise, and most importantly, hold up your cell phone so we know where it's happening out there, and make sure to show me after the show, because no 2 cell phones seem to get the exact same image. All right, here we go. Who saw a face? Hands in the air if you just saw a face. I tried this experiment at home using my cell phone and my TV, and this is what showed up. How many people saw that face inside their cell phone? Here's the thing. People say you cannot see that face with the naked eye. They say it only shows up when you try to snap a picture of that static. But I'm told that once you have seen that face, you cannot unsee it. What I mean is, that image is burned into your mind, and you will see it plain as day with your eyes, without the cell phone, if you play the tape backwards. Because you know what you're looking for should be perfectly obvious. See if you can spot it in there. Here we go. Did you guys see it? It's subtle, some people miss it. Let's have a huge round of applause for everyone who joined us up here on stage. You guys did a great job. Oh. I'm so sorry. Such a bad man. While you guys are getting situated. I know, I'm terrible. John! While you guys are getting situated, let me tell you a quick story here. For the last 2 years, I have worked every Halloween. I've worked at Universal Studios. They gave me my own stage as part of their Halloween Horror Nights. This giant 1,500 seat auditorium, and I would do a 20-minute show 5 times a night. And every time we would end with the ghost trick, right? So on opening night, there's like 1,500 people, totally packed house, and I say, hey, come on down with your cell phone. And hauling ass at the front of the line is this 14-year-old kid waving his cell phone. He's got this big grin on. He's super excited, and he plants himself right in front of me. And so I start telling the ghost story, and he's just like, oh, this is freaking awesome, right? And then the ghost appears on his cell phone. He's like, oh, this is the best trick ever, right? And then it gets to the end where the ghost face jumps out and goes, blah! And in the pitch black in front of me, I hear him say, you suck! So, you know, sorry. All right, guys, at this point, I need the 2 biggest, hugest, tallest, strongest guys to join me up here on stage. There we go. We got one right there. Who else we got? Somebody 6 feet plus. Let me get, whoever's, yeah. Holy crap. Yeah, dude. Freaking Sasquatch in the audience. Look at that. Awesome. Hey, dude. Hey, dude, I'm Brian. What's your name? Tony, and you're freaking huge is what you are. All right. Tony and Johnny, you guys come on over here. I want you to check this out. I'm going to tell you a secret that totally pisses off magicians. Every time you've seen a magician escape from one of these, they're cheating. They're using a tricky jacket that has a secret handle deep inside the sleeve. Reach down there, see if you find any secret handle in the sleeve. What you want to do is check for any stretchy material in the jacket. You want to make sure it's all canvas and leather. Check for any Velcro straps. In other words, it's just like the one you two have at home, right? Straight jacket goes on from the front just like so. If you guys come around to the back, you'll see there are 3 buckles at the back of the straight jacket. One of you start at the top, one of you start at the middle. These work just like the belt buckles around your waist. Start, yes, that's what starting is, yes. You keep in mind that how impressive this is in a moment will depend entirely on how cruel you are, so make sure to show absolutely no mercy, which Johnny's not having any trouble with. Thank you, bastard. That's it. For those of you guys who want to impress your friends at parties, you can buy tricky straitjackets from magic shops. This is not one of those. This is a real straitjacket manufactured by the Humane Restraint Company out of Madison, Wisconsin. They are the world's largest supplier of humane restraints, and their catalog is freaking terrifying. All right, it feels like we got 2 of those done. Whichever one of you is finished, step over to the right and grab the end of this sleeve right over here. That's awesome. And once again, your name? Tony. That's right. Tony, make sure you grab the sleeve and not the strap, the actual sleeve itself. You'll understand why in a moment. And then, Johnny, let me get you to grab the end of this sleeve right there. You guys pull apart. Let's get some good tension here. Pull. That's okay. It is so not a contest. Whoa, calm down there, fellas, because I will lose. On the count of 3, though, you're going to cross over in front and meet at the back. Tony or Johnny, you're going to go over top. Tony, you're going to go under my right arm. I got all your names mixed up. Sasquatch is going to go under the mighty mountain of meat over here, all right? No, wait, you were Sasquatch. I got it all mixed up. I can't even remember. Okay, wait, you were...
Sasquatch, I was...
No, your real names. I mean... Yeah, Little Bear is going to go through the cave over here. Right? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, cross over in front, get it back. Little Bear was doing his job right, but the cave does not like break dance all around in circles. You got it. The cave stays a cave, and the Little Bear goes through the cave. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Cross over in front there. Yay! There we go. All right, now hold on. I gotta get to the microphone. I gotta get to the mic. Take the long leather strap from my right arm, thread it through that steel grommet there in the left arm. Once it's threaded through, you should be able to. Okay, whoa! You gotta thread it before you start yanking it. Otherwise, you just yank it for fun. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's. Thread that through. Pull that thing to the tightest notch you can possibly get it to. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, seriously, you guys work together. Pull it as tight as you can. Oh my. He's saying, oh, there's one more hole. Screw you. All right, that's. Okay, finish. Oh my God, that's tight. Oh, I hate you. Okay, finish. Notching that in, and once it's threaded in there, thread it through the way you would a regular belt buckle so I don't slap myself silly. And finally, we get to the most important part. You guys can flip a coin to decide who gets to do it, but I need one of you to reach between my legs and grab that crotch strap dangling down there. There we go. Just grab it. There we go. Thread that through that stick. Oh, somebody's done this before. All right. Okay. Hold on, Tiger. That's... Somebody's excited. All right, all right. You just gotta. We're gonna pass that through. Let me get whichever one of you is in the black shirt, because I can't. I've screwed up all my nicknames. Come around to the back side. You gotta grab. This is so wrong. Over there. All right, now. You should. Yeah, you might have to fish it out. There's a little silver alligator clip. You're gonna pinch it with the teeth on top and thread it from my butt outwards, so that it pulls tighter and tighter. Once it's threaded through, it should look like a alligator is throwing up the strap. And it's almost as though you've never done this. Hold on, buddy. It's a one-handed operation. You're gonna pull down to the ground with nice even pressure, like you're ringing a church bell. Only it's my crotch. All right, you're gonna pull straight down towards the ground. Pull down. Lean into it. Put your weight into it. Grab both hands. Pull straight down. Straight down. Pull down is where the ground is. You pull down. Whoa, buddy, hold on. Okay. Up is where Brian's parts are. Down is where the ground is. Right, but your hand was going up. You gotta pull down to the ground. You pull straight down to the ground. Let's have a huge round of applause for both of my volunteers. Oh my God. Feels like a thong. Look at that. I mean, I would imagine that's what a thong feels like. That's... All right, guys. This is a regulation asylum-issued straitjacket. They're outlawed in 26 of 50 states for being cruel and inhumane. I think we just found out why. At the turn of the century, the Houdini set the standard for straitjacket escapes when he escaped from a real straitjacket in 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Tonight, I'm going to pay tribute to the master by trying to beat that record and escape in under a flat 2 minutes. If I fail to escape in time, I will refuse any payment or compensation for tonight's show. Which obviously impresses none of you. However, if I do escape in under a flat 2 minutes, beating the record of Houdini, all I ask is that each of you guys leap to your feet, yelling and screaming, go absolutely nuts, and make sure to check out my new online show, Scam School, at scamschool.tv. All right, so let's see what else. Oh, here's the problem. I'm not going to be able to see the clock while I escape, so it's up to you guys to shout out the time remaining every 10 seconds. When that clock shows 1 minute and 50 seconds, you will all say... Right. We'll settle on 150. When it says 140, you'll all shout 140. Perfect. All right, you guys ready? Let's try that again. Are you guys ready? Get set. Go. Perfect. Thank you. This part right here, this is my impression of the miracle of childbirth.